my understanding is there are two issues that we need to reply to. One is the failure to air the President's ads, and the second one is the reasons behind why the ad of Senator Trillanes was aired. So let me start with the first one, which is the failure to air the President's ads. Just to provide context, we have two kinds of political ads that are sold to candidates. The first one is a national ad, which is seen all over the country. And the second one is a local ad, which is normally seen within just a specific province. For the national ads, we have an allocation of 19 minutes of commercial airtime per hour. And for local ads, we have an allocation of only 2 minutes of airtime per hour. Doon po sa Presidente, the President placed an order for 117 million pesos worth of national ads, of which we aired all 117 million. In other words po, 100% of the President ads, which were ordered for a national airing, were accommodated and broadcast and aired by the station. Doon po sa local ads, nagka-problema talaga kami because we only have 2 minutes of airtime per hour. In the case of the local ads, the President placed an order of 65 million worth of spots, of which we failed to air 7 million pesos worth. Our policy on all our ads is first come, first serve, and many of these spots were ordered on May 3rd, and May 7th was the last day of the campaign period. So there had been many previous telecast orders that were already ahead, that came in ahead of the President's telecast order. So that being said, of the 7 million po na hindi namin naere, we were able to refund approximately 4 million pesos to the President, and that was accepted. We were delayed in refunding the 2.6 million, which Senator flashed on the screen, and that 2.6 million was no longer accepted by the President. On this issue, I think we acknowledge our shortcoming in our failure to release that refund in a timely manner. And we corrected that so that in 2019, our policy is 7 days. If your spot is not aired, the check should be back with the client or with the advertiser within 7 days. So we acknowledge po our shortcoming dun po sa refund. Doon naman po sa ad ni Senator Trillanes, under the Fair Election Act, if I be allowed to read, for the purpose of this act, lawful election propaganda shall include, in Section 4, any broadcast of election propaganda by television or radio for or against a candidacy. That, to us po, was the first reason why our internal committee gave a green light to the ad. That the second reason why the committee gave a green light to the ad was they felt that, unlike the first version of the ad, which we rejected because we felt that the children were performing inappropriate actions or behaviors, there was a revised version of the ad, which Senator showed earlier, that showed the children merely asking questions. And so we felt that it did not violate any of our internal policies. The third reason why our ethics committee decided to push through with airing the ad is under the KBP code, we are required not to discriminate against any candidate. In other words, any candidate that comes to our station with an ad that is legal and legitimate must be accommodated. Unlike the ads of the President that we were unable to air, all of these ads were aired on a national basis, part of the 19 minutes per hour and not part of the local 2 minutes per hour, which is why there was enough inventory to accommodate the ad. At the end of this whole discussion, I think we were sorry if we offended the President. That was not the intention of the network. We felt that we were just abiding by the laws and regulations that surround the airing of political ads. And I think today we want to make a categorical statement together with our chairman, Mark Lopez, that ABS does not and will not have its own political agenda.